Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Thursday, August 17. The country recorded its 10th consecutive quarter of economic growth for the period ending June 2017. Bank of Jamaica Governor Brian Winter says the country's gross domestic product increased by 0.1% for the quarter, bringing overall growth for the 2016-2017 fiscal year to 1.3%.
This was higher than the 0.2% in 2014-15 and the 1%, 1.0% in 2015-16 that we've seen. So we're seeing a continuing improvement in the growth path, albeit still modest, not as strong as we would like, but it's a consistent picture.
The central bank governor says the growth was driven primarily by tourist-related activities, continued improvement in Jamaica's macroeconomic fundamentals through structural reforms, and increased foreign and domestic investor confidence in the economy. While addressing the bank's quarterly briefing on Wednesday, he added that heavy rains in May and other factors resulted in an annual inflation rate of 4.4% at the end of June 2017.
The outturn for June was slightly above the 4.1% at March 2017, and this uptick is in line with what we previously announced and partly reflected the impact on agricultural food prices of the flood rains in May and some changes in the prices of goods and services because of the tax package implemented at the start of the fiscal year.
Looking ahead, he says inflation is projected to fall within the BOJ's target range of 4 to 6% for the 2017-2018 financial year. Real GDP for the period is estimated to expand within the range of 1.5 to 2.5%, with further projected strengthening over the medium term. The Child Development Agency, CDA, has launched a case management system to more efficiently track cases of children in state care. The Sohima Child Case Management System is a software application developed by Canadian firm Avocet. It's being implemented through $16.4 million in funding support under the USAID's Transitional Living Program for Children in State Care project. CEO of the Child Development Agency, Rosalie Gage-Gray, says the technology will allow her team to better service the approximately 4,000 children in state care.
The CCMS, as we call it, brings everything our social workers need to do into one place. It reminds them of tasks to complete, the needs of our children and families, and the reports that are coming due. So it has a capability to alert our supervisors, for example, if a child has not been served for a period.
Pointing out that the CDA receives about 13,000 reports each year, treating with about 1,200 reports of child abuse every month, Youth State Minister Floyd Green says this system is long overdue.
Now, can you imagine the difficulty that our child care officers had to treat with when all of these cases were literal files, paper, that had to be passed around to ensure that the work was being done? This will help us to rid ourselves of that system and the inefficiency which is inherent in that sort of system.
The software will allow the CDA to connect with critical stakeholders, including the Children's Court, Family Court, Office of the Children's Registry, and CISOCA, along with the Office of the Children's Advocate and the Youth Ministry. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Winston Delahaye is refuting reports suggesting that a deal has been signed for a Cayman Islands businessman to supply the Ministry of Health with medicinal cannabis. According to Dr. Delahaye, a story aired in the Cayman Islands indicating that a businessman there is close to inking a deal to supply cannabis oil medication to the Hope Institute in Jamaica is not true. The CMO says he is aware of one proposal for a cannabis-related clinical trial at the Hope Institute, which was submitted to the Ministry of Health's Ethics Committee. But he insists that the proposal has not been accepted, adding that the ministry has no plans of engaging any overseas entity to supply the entire health ministry with any form of medicinal cannabis. The Transport Authority has reopened 3,683 spaces for route taxis and 229 rural stage carriages island-wide. The policy is effective from August 14 to September 29. Communications Coordinator at the Transport Authority, Merdina Callum, says the routes have been reopened to satisfy the increased demand for legally operated public transportation services and to encourage illegal operators to get registered. Some of the routes that are available include Lioneltown to Portland Cottage in Clarendon, Junction to Gutters in St. Elizabeth, Brownstown to Higgins Land in St. Anne, Montego Bay to Granville in St. James, and Santa Cruz to Black River in St. Elizabeth. The complete list of routes will be published on the authority's website at ta.org.jm. Interested persons may also contact the authority's customer care center at 618-0959 for further information. And finally, motorists traversing the Stetting to Freeman's Hall Roadway in southern Trelawney are being urged to obey warning signs as the road is being upgraded. An $18 million road improvement project is currently underway and is expected to be completed in October. Work on the 700-meter roadway includes drainage improvement as well as reshaping and overlaying using asphaltic concrete. The project is a Housing Opportunity Productivity Employment Hope Program initiative being executed by local contractor MAE Construction. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.